Welcome to Oak Street Elementary, where we are super excited to have implemented Capturing Kids' Hearts, and we are in our second year of implementation. You're going to learn lots of the wonderful things that we're doing here at Oak Street Elementary with the many components of Capturing Kids' Hearts, and we are very excited to show you all about Oak Street Elementary and what we've implemented.
I think greetings are important to make the students feel welcomed and cared for as an individual. A lot of times there's little attention from other people in their lives, and it's so important, especially in a learning environment, for them to feel loved and welcomed and cared for.
Good morning. Ooh, that sounds good, Brody. Good morning. Welcome to our classroom. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
I greet every one of my students every day with a handshake, a good morning, a how are you, welcome to music, I like your hair bow, I like your shirt, and I just hope that that makes it more personable, and that they feel loved, welcomed, and cared for, and they learn a lot better in my classroom.
This is how we use the social contract in my classroom. At the beginning of each year, we start out with our 4 questions. Split the kids up into 4 groups. They each get a question. For example, how do you want to be treated by each other? And we take those questions and the students write down their answers. We rotate those clipboards and each group gets to answer them how they feel. If there's something similar, we put a check mark by it. And after we're finished with those 4 questions, we come together and we put together our social contract. So we write our words, the students write their words down. We put the check marks if we see them, that they're similar, and that's the beginning. Everybody signs it. At the beginning of the morning, we decide what our focus word is going to be for that day, how they feel that they can work throughout the day. We refer to that social contract focus word during the day of what does it look like, what does it sound like. When we do our ratings for each of our subject areas, a lot of the students will refer back to the social contract of the focus word. So if our focus word is effort, they'll say we believe our rating should be a 5 because we showed great effort.
All right, friends, we're going to go over our social contract. So let's tell Mrs. Vanek what are the things that we're trying really hard to do all day. Ready? What's our first thing?
Be kind.
Be kind. What else?
Be
safe.
Listen.
Look at the teacher. No learning. No put downs. Help others. Try your hardest. And be yourself. Now raise your hand if you can tell Mrs. Vanek which one of these do we need to practice today. Being kind. Okay, who can raise their hand and tell us how can we be kind? So if we're going to practice being kind, what are we going to do, Isaac?
Help people.
We're going to help others.
What do you think the rating for math was, Peyton?
I think it was a 4 because she had to tell us to be quiet.
Katie?
I think it was a 4 because we were really talkative and we couldn't hear the music when Miss Maxwell was playing.
So the importance of class meetings are that the kids have a chance to share affirmations with each other. We always open with compliments. That gives the kids an idea to notice specific things that their other classmates are doing and compliment or give them affirmations on what they notice. As well as we use class meetings as a problem-solving technique where if students have a problem, they can bring it to the class meeting and the rest of the class gets to be involved in helping that person solve their problem. Or we've also recently used it as a class-wide problem. So my class has had issues with blurting and the class agreed that that was something that we weren't upholding on our social contract. So we problem-solved how we could better address that in our classroom and hold each other accountable for that.
All right, Miss Jameson, you're our contract rater today. Our focus word is
Fair.
fair. Okay. How did we do today on following our social contract focus word of fair? What would you say?
I think we did fairly good.
Okay. Tell us between 0 and 10. What do you think?
Like a 5. We were pretty talkative today.
Okay. Let's think. What's one thing that we could do tomorrow? Think of suggestions that might help us get a higher rating on our focus word of being fair. And remember, we were talking about being fair to our classmates by treating them how we would want to be treated, by making sure that they have an environment to learn in that is quiet and calm, right? What could we do? What's one thing we can improve on? Finley.
Not blur out as much.
Okay.
It doesn't give other people the option of raising their hand and doing what they're supposed to do.
Okay, very good. I like how she connected that back to fairness. She said we need to make sure we're not blurting out, and I would agree. Okay, because yeah, that's unfair to everyone else who might know the answer. Now, sometimes do I ask everyone to respond and say the answer? Yes, but if I haven't done that, then it's really unfair to our classmates if we are just blurting out the answer when maybe they knew the answer and are raising their hand.
I share good things in my classroom. It allows the kids time to give their positive feedback about what has happened at home or positive things that they have enjoyed the night before or what they're looking forward to.
And I think it's important because it allows you to connect with your students, and it also allows students to connect with their peers.
Today, my friend invited me to go ice skating.
Ice skating here in Wichita? Have you ever been? No? It's super fun. Are you looking forward to it? After school today, are you going to do it? All right, cool. Give her a round of applause. Thanks for coming. Sam.
I went to Tanganyika and I saw some shark teeth at the gift shop, and they're only $1, and next time I'm gonna get them.
Cool.
Matthew, what's your something good? That my wrestling season's over. Cool. Give me 2 claps. Easton. That at baseball practice tonight. All right. Give him 2 claps. Ethan. That tonight I'm gonna practice for the spelling test. Woo. Good.
That is a good thing. Give him 2 claps.
My something good is not this week, but the next week I have a hardball classic baseball tournament in Park City. That's mine. I'm going there.
This is part of our affirmations that we do throughout the week, and then on Friday afternoons we read them and pass them out to one another.
How about we put the microphone to Gavin? You are silly and funny.
Okay, let's hear it for Gavin.
To Terry, you always follow the social contract by being nice. To Lewis, you always give 100% at following the social contract.
The way you end a class is just as important as the way you begin it. A launch becomes a ritual that brings your class together, that the kids look forward to every day. It's just an easy way to recap the day of what we have learned, what we're going to learn the next day, and to send the kids out on a powerful note to come back a better person tomorrow.
If I can see it, I can do it. If I believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away.
Hello, I'm Joey Burrish, the counselor here at Oak Street Elementary, and I wanted to share a little bit with you about how we partner with our community. This year we did something a little different. We usually start our year off with a kindness challenge in each grade level, and we highlight that in September. And this year we decided to kind of spread our kindness project out through the whole year because we were, our school does a lot of things, and we support a lot of organizations throughout our community, but we wanted to really focus on some bigger impact, things that would have a bigger impact this year. And so I challenged my teachers to come up per grade level with a kindness project that would really reach out to the people in our community and help our students feel some ownership for some of the needs that we have. And so it has really taken off, and it's been great for our students and staff and provided a lot of outreach for us this year. So what we did this year, the kindergartners chose to make snack mix, and then they decorated water bottles, labeled them, packaged it all up, and we had delivered that to our local and district police and first responders. So we did have some come to our building, and then the others we loaded a bus and went to the fire station and delivered those. So students really enjoyed that. Another project, the first graders decided to travel to Dove Estates, which is an assisted living facility. They made decorations with the residents there, and then we sponsored and decorated a tree for their annual tree event that they have there. And then all the first graders went to Dove Estates and sang Christmas carols for the residents and their families. So that was a joyous time. The second graders are collecting pop tabs all year long for the Ronald McDonald House, the local one here in Wichita. Third grade is collecting food for our local pantry. They had a different idea, but we're already collecting money for St. Jude's here in April. So as you can see, we do many other projects throughout the year, and sometimes they overlap. So fourth grade, right now, they are collecting and getting ready to assemble on Friday care packages for our local Via Christi Hospital, the pediatric unit. So they've contacted those people, watched videos, talked to them, and they have told us what the kids need. And so our fourth graders are stepping up, and many donations have been coming in, and then the kids will all get together and assemble those on Friday, and then we will deliver those. So that's just a few things that we've done here this year. It's been a really good experience for the kids. I think it teaches students to think beyond their experiences when they consider how other people feel in the situations they might be in. It helps them develop empathy, caring, and compassion. The other parts that I really like about these projects is it helps them practice volunteering, goal setting, organizing, and being part of a community. And then, of course, always it demonstrates those leadership skills that all our students have.
PALS is a program that was developed when Pathway Church opened a campus at Goddard. And one of the things that we felt was really important at our church was that we develop a real close link with the community. And we thought one of the best ways was to go work in the schools. Children's success in schools is of extreme importance, and this was one way that our church could really play a big part and get involved in the community fast.
Service has always been part of my life. It's something my family finds very valuable for both individuals and the community. For me, directly interacting with other people is what I enjoyed most. So when I was asked to participate in a local elementary tutoring program, I had no hesitations joining. I started tutoring when I was in 8th grade and kept up with the program until the end of my sophomore year. While I was with PALS, I usually worked with 4th graders, helping them with math and English. One day I was helping a young boy with the division worksheet. He wasn't getting it. He was frustrated, and I was looking over the worksheet to help him out. I guided him through the problem step by step, and the way his eyes lit up when he figured out the answer just made me smile. 3 years later, I was doing yet another service project. trick-or-treating for canned goods to feed people in our community. At one of the many houses, a door opened to something I didn't entirely expect. Katie, is that you? It was the same boy who I tutored a few years ago. We talked for a bit. He was in 7th grade now and doing pretty well in school. I was surprised he'd recognized me. I looked a lot different compared to back then. I suppose I'd had a bigger influence during those days than I thought I did. Another image has stuck with me from my time at PALS. There was a young girl, sitting by herself during the recess period and digging in the sand. Usually during this time, I'd be pushing this group of girls in the swings or helping with another activity, but I wasn't that day. I sat down beside this little girl and I talked to her. She loved to read, play with dolls, and didn't have many friends in the after-school program. I talked to her every week during PALS so she wouldn't feel left out, and eventually, all the little girls who I tutored were talking to her as well, and she found herself a new group of friends. I didn't think about it at the time, but I'd done something more than help her with homework. I'd helped her make some friends. PALS stands for Partners Achieving Learning Success. I feel PALS is a great name for the program because it not only helps kids with their educational struggles, but their social ones as well. Caring for America's youth, helping them at a young age to understand the world around them and each other, makes a big impact for their future and can help inspire them to lead, serve, cooperate, learn, connect, trust, and love their country. Because even at my young age, me and all the other people around me took initiative to lead today's students and tomorrow's business professionals.
Hello! Some of the fun and unique things about Oak Street that make us special and unique are our sense of family and our sense of community. We have some fun events that we do here at Oak Street each and every year. We start with our annual pool party. It's back to school pool party. We have fall festival parade. We have our Thanksgiving feast, which is when we give back to our community. And this year we started by taking bread around to the community members and our neighbors, and we gave Thanksgiving bread that the first graders had made to all of our neighbors. We also do, we have Santa visit Oak Street. We have Donuts with Dad and Donuts with Mom events. Neighbors United is a fun event where we encourage our families to together to go out and serve our community. We have boot camp, our zoo day, our talent show, our carnival, which is a huge event for Oak Street. I think this year we raised about $18,000 for Oak Street with that. We have our PALS after school tutoring program, which is a free program in which community members come into Oak Street and volunteer their time with our students. Girls on the Run is another after-school program for our students. And also we have kindness challenges this year that have been implemented by grade levels. So lots of ways where our students can be involved, our families can be involved, and where we can be involved in our community and where we can teach our kids many, many valuable lessons.
Just imagine, when we positively lead the way for our children, this will greatly impact not only their lives, but impact the world as well. Lead the way for children to be successful, educated citizens. Believe in the journey.
Hi, my name is Lane Stevens.
And my name is Haley Holmes.
And we would like to thank you for considering our school a Capturing Kids' Hearts Showcase School.
As we say our goodbye, here is our launch for today.
You are amazing if you just try.